everyone. So I'm going to tell you a story. I'm going to tell you a story of how OneMama got started. And it's so many people want to hear this story, and so I wanted to make a special video just sort of talking a little bit about it. So OneMama is obviously this world organization that helps impoverished women have babies safely, HIV prevention from mother to baby. It's actually a 3-tier program. It's based around a traditional midwife, and then the first tier is helping birthing. So it's a birthing clinic, stopping HIV transmission from mother to baby. And then there's a second tier around that, which is medical clinic, which is HIV testing, malaria testing and treatment, STD testing and treatment. Basically, we try to cover five major health issues for that area. And then the third component is economic sustainability, like this dress that I'm wearing, most of the jewelry I wear. We teach the community how to make it, and that's how we fund ourselves. So like between all the stuff I got on today, we're probably saving about 150 lives with just my outfit alone. And that's how we fund ourselves. And so that's the third tier, is this economic sustainability program, which is why we're at New York Fashion Week and why we do all these other like sort of glamour-oriented type things that don't seem as associated with an African health clinic. But this is how we fund ourselves. And it's also how the community moves from being less than, like right now when I came to the community, they were like 75 cents a day. And now they're moving to more like $1, $1.50 a day, because they're learning how to make the paper beads or the dresses or more of the bags. They're learning how to feed their families and get more health care for themselves and things that they've never been able to have, and maybe pay for their school fees. So it's definitely changing the dynamic of my community and my village, in our pilot program is in Uganda. And so it's this beautiful story. And so here's the story behind that, and what the inspiration was, is that I actually was with a man who was very much in love with, and we ended up getting pregnant, and I lost a baby and got postpartum from it, which I didn't know you could get that. And it just was one of the harder, I mean, you'll hear videos, I don't know where you are in the program at this point, but you'll hear videos about my past, or maybe you've seen my book, and I'm pretty open about the hard path that I've had and the hard life I've had. And I just would not have expected that that loss was going to cause so much turmoil inside of me. It was one of the harder things I've ever faced in my life, and unexpectedly so. And so I went to Africa. Really, I was in no state to do that. And I went to Africa to go get out of myself and help other people who had it, what I would think was worse than me. It's something I had envisioned in high school, but I was so much farther past high school, and I was working at Google at the time, and I decided to take off a couple months. And I bought all these plane tickets around the world, literally, and I was going to volunteer in half of them, and the other half I was going to do the Great Bikini Tour and go to different oceans and try to find some way to heal this pain inside of me. And what would happen is I would ultimately volunteer with this organization in Uganda, and through that process, I would meet Mama Jamira. And Mama Jamira is the traditional midwife that the clinic is based around. I love this woman. She's amazing. Like, I wish everybody could meet Mama Jamira, because she's one of those people that, sometimes you meet people and you're like, oh, they're really cool. And then you start to get to know them better and you're like, they're cool, but they got a lot of issues. She's not that like that. Like, she continues to inspire me more and more. She just lives her life so joyfully and so full and excited. And she's in conditions that most people might find appalling. And she's just amazing. So anyway, she's the traditional midwife that I met. And when I met her, she was showing me how she had no medical supplies and how all the stuff would always get stolen, and the women didn't have any ways to so she was trying to help them give birth to their babies, but she didn't have any supplies, and the women didn't have any way to pay them or her. And the vision came to me as she was talking about it, about what OneMama would be. Now, I wouldn't know that really was going to be the vision of OneMama, and I wouldn't know it was a vision at the time. It would take years for that to really get it, and it's only in the last few years that I've even started wow, I thought this all came to me in the very beginning. I just had to come to the vision, to being able to take action on all of the things that I saw when I met this woman. But anyway, her and I had an instant love affair, and she doesn't speak any English. I don't speak hardly any Ugandan, and we just are like so like she's the mama. She's such the mama. She's the one mama in the one mama, and I fell in love with this woman, and she is the inspiration that led to this vision that I feel like I'm the caretaker of, and I might get accolades for the work around this, but I feel like my job actually is just to be a caretaker of this vision that, you know, Mama Jamira inspired, and that is something so much bigger for all women and families. And what's amazing, of like you foreshadow it, of course, it's like it's a birthing clinic. Like, of course, that would be what ended up being my life purpose, and like how everything's unfolded has been this process, this natural part of like, you know, I used to not have any running water or electricity as a kid here in California, and I am now helping villages who have that problem. And I used to be bedridden and have health problems that nobody can understand, and now I'm working on a clinic at doing that. So there's this interesting dynamic of all of the problems and all the broken pieces of who I thought I was in the world, and actually mistakes, the things that I felt like I'd done wrong, all now have been this like mosaic of these broken, shattered things of like giving me the vase, and the vase is OneMama, and it all of a sudden it was like all of the clicking of the things that felt broken in me now became this container, and the container is OneMama, and it's the mama to me, it's the mama to so many. It's, you know, the vision was to build 250 clinics around the world. I did not come up with that. That is something that came through me. And my job is to just find a way to get those built out. And this other vision has come to me about in the next 20 years, how these will all get built out. It's this franchise model. And it's so everyone at birth can feel like they are loved and they mattered, and they are born into love, health, and economic sustainability. And that is what OneMama really is. And that's like, you know, this Fighting for Joy program is really supporting, is it's not just families in Uganda, is that we build these clinics all over the world. And then not only do the clinics, but the people who are involved in this with the Fighting for Joy program, that we're helping create a new global economy that's based on joy and helping each other and being there for each other and being the mama for each other and the papa. And so that's the story about this great loss. And so there's a good chance I will never be a mom in a traditional sense, which always still makes me a little choked up. But I am a mom for thousands, and I get to do it in this global stage, and I get to be a mom in this very different way, and I get to help moms be moms. And it's organically helping manifest and magnetize in this way for me. So that is the OneMama story, and little bit behind the scenes. If you have more questions, let me know, and I'll put together another video if I get enough questions about something. So anyway, may we all treat each other like we are loved and we mattered, and that we're all this one mama on this one mama earth.